in this video we would be learning about recursion with an example of factorial. So let's first understand what factorial is. So factorial is written as n and then exclamation mark. This means that the factorial of n. So a factorial is basically the product of all the numbers that exist between 0 and that specific number. So factorial of 4 would be 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So that is how a factorial works. So let's first do it iteratively and then let's discuss how it could be done recursively. Recursion is when a function is called again and again by itself to do something. Let's first understand how it's done iteratively and then we'll do it recursively. So first of all, I'll just go here and let's do it iteratively. So I'll just create a function def iterative factorial. It accepts n as an argument and we'll say for I in range n 0 and minus 1. So we're going from n to 0, so it would stop at 1 with a step of minus 1, so it would go in the reverse order. And then we'll say let's have a variable called result and it shall be equal to 1. I'm setting it to 1 because we're multiplying and anything into 1 is the same thing. So result is equal to result into I. And then we return result. And let's call let's print iterative factorial of 5. So 5 factorial is 120. If I've done it correctly, it would show that. Perfect. So it gives me 120. So the way it worked is there was a result which was equal to 1, and then on each pass the value goes from the number which is entered to 1. So it went like there was a variable called result. I'm just writing R for short, and the value went from 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So right now result is equal to 1. On the first iteration, result was reset to result into I. So result into I is 1 into 5, so that is 5. So result is now 5, and this has been done. So now I is at 4 and result is reset to result into I, so that becomes 20. So 20, and now the value of I becomes 3, and then result is again multiplied with 3. So 20 into 3 becomes 60, and then the value of I becomes 2, and now 60 into 2 is 120 and 120 into 1 is 120. So that is how we get the factorial of 5. Now let's see how we can do it recursively. So the way recursion works is that a function is called again and again. So let's just say def factorial. So I'll show you how it works. So what is 5 factorial? 5 factorial can be written as 5 into 4 factorial. So if we knew what 4 factorial is, we could have gotten 5 factorial. So what is 4 factorial? 4 factorial is 4 into 3 factorial. So the function is called again. It asks what is 3 factorial. It says 3 factorial can be written as 3 into 2 factorial. Now what is 2 factorial? 2 factorial is 2 into 1 factorial. What is 1 factorial now? That can be written as 1 into 0 factorial, right? and we know 0 factorial is 1. So then this whole callback is made. It goes back one at a time. So this at this stage, the function will tell the older call of the function, oh, 0 factorial is 1. So it says, oh, 1 into 1 is 1. So I'll return that here. So it says, okay. So 1 factorial is 1. So it returns 2. And then 2 goes here. It says, okay. So 2 factorial is 2. And it says, okay. So 3 factorial should be 6 because 3 into 2 is 6. So it says, oh, this at this stage it says, oh, so 3 factorial is 6. So 4 into 6 is, okay, so 24 is 4 factorial. Then 24 is passed back here to, then 24 is passed back here. So it says, oh, so 5 into 4 factorial, that's 120. And it gives you the result. So let's see how we can do all of that in programming. So we'll say n, and what we would do is we would return n into factorial of n minus 1. That is how it worked, right? So we're just calling this. But if we run it right now, it will just keep on going on forever. Oh, I'll have to make a call to it at least. Factorial, and I'll pass 5 here, and I would print the whole thing. And if I run it, maximum recursion depth exceeded. The error happens because the recursion just goes forever. So the way you can stop from doing it is creating a base case where if you're calling for 0, it returns 1. So we'll say if n is equal to 0, return 1. Else return n into factorial of n minus 1. Boom. It gives us 120. I hope I have made recursion simple for you. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.